What if I told you that successful people think differently, that successful people have different beliefs? They hold on to these core beliefs so they can shape their actions, their decisions, so they can influence themselves and others and ultimately guide themselves towards their own goals. So during this audio, I'm going to share different beliefs that successful people tend to share, that they tend to have. My name is Alex Morgan, and I help you align your actions, your beliefs, your dreams, and your thinking, because you deserve to have success, and success is here, and you might as well be ready for it. And one of the easiest ways to have success is to believe in yourself. And the first thing that you need to do to have success, the thing that all successful people have, where they believe, is successful people believe they need to take responsibility for their actions, for their circumstances, and for the outcomes around them. They believe that they are in total control of their destiny. They don't blame others. They don't blame any other external circumstances when things don't go as planned. They're able to learn from that, and they look at it as choosing what they want to do. Because essentially, if you're not taking responsibility, you're giving someone else your personal power, and you're actually telling them that they can make you feel a certain way. So successful people believe that they have choices, and those aren't excuses like blaming other people. Those choices lead to results. So successful people, the first thing that they want to do is they want to take responsibility. And the more you take responsibility, the easier it is to keep taking responsibility. And it actually begins to be really, really fun because you start to feel empowered. You have empowerment. Next thing you know, you're around other people who want to be the same way. Successful people also believe that learning never stops. They know that they need 4 things to be really successful. They need a really good mentality, they need skills, they need resources, and they need people, or they need to network. So they believe that the skills they have can be developed through being around certain people, through learning, through taking trainings, and anything that comes up, anything in front of them, they don't look at it as obstacles. They look at it as expansion, because they can use their skills, their resources, their thinking, and the people around them. If you were to think about the success that you've had before, if you've ever had lots of success, you probably had lots of success because of a particular skill, because of a resource that you used, because a person that was there, or the way that you thought. And successful people, they're willing to collaborate. They believe that collaboration is one of the reasons that they get success, and they can duplicate it over and over. That's the whole point of knowing the skills, the resources, the network, and your thinking. Because if you know what you did to have success before, guess what? You can duplicate that. You can actually create predictable results and start to create your ideal future, because you have a way to duplicate things. So successful people believe that they have strategies that they can replicate, that they can duplicate, and that makes it easy for them to achieve success. They believe that success is easy because they have an abundance mindset. And this means they see opportunities everywhere. They see new possibilities everywhere. And they believe in a world of abundance, not scarcity. When they have this thinking in their mind, this allows them to collaborate with others rather than seeing others as competition. This means they often have generous ideas. They share their ideas. They share their skills. They share their resources. They share the people in their network. And they even put their heads together and they share how they think with other people, because they understand that with successful people putting their heads together in abundance, this is going to create even more opportunities. Because what would happen? What do you think would happen if you worked with someone and you put your head together with them and you both achieve success? If someone else needed something similar to what you offer, don't you think another successful person would say, hey, I know this person, I worked with them before, they think like this, they could really help you make a lot of money. They could really help you achieve a lot of success. They could help you find the relationships that you want. So people would then refer you to others if you have this abundance mindset. If you're scared, successful people aren't scared. They're not going to not want to share ideas and resources and collaborate and not act from scarcity. So the people you're around is really important as well, because they're going to recommend you for certain things because of this attitude that you have. Successful people don't believe that failure is an end. They believe that it's a valuable learning experience. So when successful people think this way, it allows them to take risks and learn from their mistakes. They don't have fear. They don't really believe in having negative emotions. They find ways to learn from their negative emotions. Successful people have a belief that having negative emotions, it's not good for the body, it's not good for the mind. And part of having that fear of failure, or believing that failure is like the end, having that fear of it, then it allows them to hold on to that negative emotion instead of learning from it. So they use a simple process to get rid of negative emotions. They ask themselves, when did they decide to create this? What can they learn from this? And what do they want to do instead? And this allows them to get rid of the negative emotions. Now, one of the things that successful people believe is they have a strong belief in their own abilities. Now, that doesn't mean that they've never doubted themselves. They just trust themselves enough because they do certain habits enough. They do certain processes enough, certain strategies. They're around certain people enough that's allowed them to reach so many of their goals. So this means they start to believe in themselves. And it's really easy to start to believe in yourself. It's not something that's very difficult. You really just have to identify what's the belief that you don't want to have anymore. And you can ask yourself the same thing about the negative emotions. When did you decide to create that belief? What can you learn from that, and what can you believe instead? And next thing you know, you'll start to have the confidence that successful people have, because they have a certain confidence about them as they do things. Have you ever been around someone and they just seemed so confident and they could just do things and it seemed so easy for them? It's because they have belief in themselves. They're used to having belief in themselves, and it's become such a habit that they do it automatically and naturally. And successful people believe in the unconscious mind. They know that their unconscious mind has all the resources that they need already inside of themselves. And they believe that they can have access to those resources when they spend time putting effort in their mind, because they know that putting effort in their mind is much easier than putting effort in the physical. So successful people, they spend time thinking every single day about how they can achieve their goals and the steps to get there. They see themselves doing it, they hear themselves doing it, and they feel those feelings of success and whatever feelings comes along with that. And they know how to speak to themselves as well. They know how to influence their own mind. They're able to really talk to themselves in a certain way that brings success for them, so it makes success easy and effortless, because successful people believe that success is easy for them because they manage their time correctly and they understand it's a really valuable resource. So they focus on spending their time, their thinking time, the time where they need to do certain things that lead to success. They do that in a state of flow. They're free from distractions. So the more that you spend time thinking about what you want, it's going to happen, because your mind gives you what you focus on 100% of the time, and your mind is way smarter than you think. So imagine that you use your time to think about what you want, and you know then the actions to get you exactly what you want. What do you think will happen? What will that get for you? What will that allow you to do? I'm sure thinking those questions is pretty useful for you. So if you want to be successful, you need to believe a few of these things. Start with one and just start believing it every single day. And it'll make that journey to success that much easier. And thinking these things will allow you to continuously get better and better each and every day. Thanks so much for listening. Go ahead and comment below what belief that you're going to use to give yourself success every single day, because success is here and you might as well be ready for it and believe in yourself so you can easily get it. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the audio and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everyone who's been subscribing lately, leaving comments, recommendations, asking questions. It really helps me keep creating videos and audios every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video or the next audio.